Now, another suicide case has hit the country's university fraternity. This morning, a level 400 female student of the University of Ghana, Legon, was found lying in a pool of blood on the ground. Some other stories. Police investigations have started into yet another set of suspected suicide cases. One at Jericho, a neighborhood at Ashaiman here in Accra, and another in Achim Amafro in the Afram Plains South District of the Eastern Region.
This is the scene where the incident happened. Tied to this tree here is the rope that the deceased used in committing the act.
Suicide is fearsome and difficult. It requires resolve and concentration.
After taking the poison, I really suffered throughout the night, but I did not die. I went and bought the poison, which I tried on the dogs. So 2 of them died. The other one, maybe he didn't eat because he survived. He was okay. So I said, okay, then the poison is potent, so I'll take it, and then all the troubles and all the hassles will be over. So I did take it.
Suicide is an act of courage. It takes the fearlessness of death itself to complete suicide.
It's like the future was bleak. So one early morning, I decided, let me take Parazone, and then, pray and hope that I just die and then it's over. So I drank Parazone.
But there's an error in the minds of people who complete suicide, that they are a burden to the people around them, and that everyone would be happier if they died.
But that is the reason why they are killing themselves.
Life can be hard, unpredictable, and sometimes downright cruel. In this world we call home, it is understandable to sometimes feel discouraged and depressed. But is ending your life the best way to deal with your problems? Will suicide atone for the mistakes or the lack of a good life that makes you feel sad? My name is Kweku Owusu-Pepra, and in this documentary, I will tell you about some individuals who have survived the tempting whispers of suicide. Usually, people who fail to complete suicide suffer some levels of stigma in society. So some of the people who have agreed to speak with us in this program have asked for their identities to be withheld. Meet Hilda Brown, a suicide survivor.
I was in a relationship that was not working, and I felt that it must work because I didn't believe in moving from one person to the other. So I did whatever I could, and my strength was depleting with time. So the more I tried, the other person was not doing anything. Most of the work was done by me. So I was depleting my strength, and then I got to a point that I couldn't take it anymore. On the other side, I still wanted to be in the relationship because of my thinking that it was wrong to move from this person to that person. And then on the other side, it wasn't working. This was a person who was not ready to put in anything. I was doing, virtually all the input just to make it work. So I got depressed, and I got depressed so bad that I felt that if the relationship was not going to work, then it was better to die.
Available statistics on suicide in Ghana put together by the Network for Anti-Suicide and Crisis Prevention over a year indicate that 5 people die by suicide every day. The Greater Accra region had the highest number of deaths by suicide, recording 431, followed by the Northern region with 276 completed suicides every year. The Central region has the lowest number of completed suicides.
Suicide is nothing but one deliberately deciding to end his life, to kill himself or herself for the inability to cope with the stresses of life. The person might have had serious issues in life that has really made him hopeless, worthless, and narrowed his option or her option such that there is no way out. So then he or she looked for permanent solution. And that permanent solution is death. And he strategizes. In other words, he thinks about it, what we call the suicide ideation. Then there is a clear intention. And then he plans how he or she is going to end his life.
Usually, young people between the ages of 20 and 35 years commit suicide the most. The outstanding reason for them committing suicide has been attributed to love and relationship problems and sometimes the harsh living conditions.